Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. It seems easier to mention the days where we do not have high impact news, which is not the case here today. Let's see how our morning strategies, how the Rob reversal can handle the markets today, right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so as I mentioned, we had quite a bit of news already. This morning we had ADP payroll numbers, and we've got let's see. So ADP came out at 7:15 this morning. We got BOC rate decision at 8:45, and US Jolt openings at 9 a.m. Central Time. All my times are in Central here in Chicago. Oil inventory at 9:30 in the morning. So 9:30 is going to be a big time if you're trading oil. Obviously, the markets are going to react. The equity markets are definitely going to react to the BOC rate decision and the US JOLTS opening. So let's take a look at what our strategies did yesterday, and really another great day of trading. This was in gold. I did not get in this trade. We had news coming out at 9 a.m., which obviously spiked price action in the way of where my take profit would have been. So it was a little bummed yesterday if you guys watched that video on missing out on that trade, but it was more for me about risk management from the previous trade that we had during news, which worked against me. And had a few questions. People couldn't understand really where that gold trade was at. So remember, we're looking for that inside bar. Could have equal high, equal low from the previous bar. That's perfectly fine in my strategy. We do get a doji bar, so those do not necessarily paint very well. If you are using some kind of inside bar, they're a lot harder to see, but they're obviously closing within this. They're closing within this candle beforehand. So here we get activated into the long, beautiful trade. It was about 36 ticks that. Or maybe even, let's just run it one more time. I had it here. It was a max source, so it would have been 35 ticks on that trade. We also would have been looking for a profit target of 35 ticks. So nice trade in gold. Oil, let's take a look at oil. Session 1 was a loser for 27 ticks. Session 2 was a winner, which is the one that I traded. That was a 36 tick winner, activated to the long. So if I take a look at the numbers, I did an update session 2 yesterday on my video. So session 2 oil is up 79 ticks for March, and gold is up 24 ticks for March. Nothing on the Rob reversal yesterday. I went over this over the video yesterday, so if you want to take a look at a few different setups here that occurred that did not activate, and I kind of given you guys some reasons why, you can check that video out from yesterday. So let's see if we are in an uptrend in oil on the left and an uptrend in gold on the right. Let me bring this down here. So let's see here, kind of at the tops here for gold. We'll probably see a little bit of a sell-off here and see what occurs here going into our morning session, which it's 8:08 right now. So we're actively looking for a trade here in gold, but we are not going to get a setup here. This would be pretty much our first bar here that we would be looking for a setup, and that setup goes until 9 a.m. Again, if you're interested in my strategy in oil or in gold or in the NQ Rob reversal, all of the links for those strategies are in the description below. I also advise if you want to join the Discord, it's free, and it is in the bottom, also in the description. So unfortunately, I was only able to take that small oil trade. It was a big oil trade tick-wise, but lower position. Looking to change that probably starting next week, going boosting up the position size as oil has rebounded pretty well. In fact, all the morning strategies have been doing, at least they're all green in March. So we currently sit at 50,604. That $350 gold trade that I missed out on yesterday would have made that profit number look really, really nice, but hey, you can't win them all. Just taking a really quick look at levels on the ES. I've got 50.65 at the extreme low. 50.89 is another area. 51.02, which is the closest area to price action right now. 51.23 and 51.26. The extreme up here is 51.54 on the ES. Again, I put all these levels in on my Discord, so in case you're wondering, you want to see these in real time before the markets open, I post them each day on the Discord. So if I take a look at the NQ, same kind of story here. 18.169 is an area we'd be looking at. 18.131. The closest two levels right now is 18.043 and 18.131. 17.976 is an area, not as strong. And then the extreme at 17.844. So that's the NQ levels that I'm looking at. And on the YM, a little cleaner. Extreme is 38.936. The closest one to price action right now is 38.850. We are currently sitting at the 38.780 level that I had marked out. And then we go down to 38.672. So this is your level that price action is at the closest to right now. 38.672. 38.850 are two levels here that are the closest to price action. And then the extreme is at 38.494. Again, all these levels are in Discord. If you're interested in them, just thought I provide them. So here in oil, if you're trading oil session 1, which I currently am not, but again, reevaluating everything as the morning strategies have been doing pretty well. We do have an inside bar here, so you would have your order to go long at the top of this source bar, and you would have an order to go short at the bottom of this source bar. Now here you might have gotten ticked in right there with price action to the long because we do not have any tick of offset. So that kind of explains it in real time what we're looking for. So again, let's see what gold, oil session 2, and if we get a Rob reversal here today, that would be awesome. I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Stick around for my trade recaps and the day recap at the end of the video.
Order canceled.
All right, so here we get activated into our first trade of the morning. This is in gold, which is the chart on the right. As you guys can see, we had 2 consecutive inside bars. Our trade is off of the first inside bar, so the entry and the your order to go long and to go short would be based off of that first inside bar. Again, we get that compression that we're looking for, 2 inside bars in a row, which is I think even a higher probability setup. And we get activated here into the long. We have had an uptrend here in gold for the last about hour. So, it's a good setup. Really like these 2 inside bars right after each other. They really start to compress price action, and you usually get a pretty good move one way or the other. So this is a max stop loss. This is a max trade. So I did reduce my contracts down to the micro. I'm trading 5 micro contracts of gold. So that's why I'm looking at my full take profit is $175. On the E-mini, this trade would have been $350. So, and again, the initial push out of that compression is exactly what we're looking for on these trades. Typically, when you get to this point, you've more than likely have a pretty good trade on your hand. Here I go in and I do reduce my stop in half because so I reduced it there in half, and then just because we came to about 70% of our take profit. So it reduces some risk on the trade. And now we're just looking for that last bit of push from buyers to get us to our full take profit, which does happen here. Beautiful trade in gold.
Target filled. Order filled.
All right, and here is our second trade in oil.
Order
Again,
canceled.
these bracket orders are absolutely driving me nuts. It only seems to be an issue on my CL chart. Gold doesn't have an issue. I'm not having an issue on any of my cash accounts, but for some one reason or the other, I might just redo the chart. I believe when I was talking to NinjaTrader, they did say something about that, and I don't necessarily think I ever did that because I thought it was fixed. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, so manually have to come in and do that. But I know one of these mornings it's going to bite me in the butt for sure. So on this trade, we get activated into the long from that green inside bar. This is after oil inventory report. We had not the biggest move from oil inventory report. I wish that I can show price action here a little bit better, but it's almost the same candle range as a few candles that we had previously, or almost just as big. So not the biggest move that we normally see. Here I move my stop loss to 50% take profit, right around that 60, probably 65% take profit range. I usually like to wait till about 70%, but it was close enough for me. It does flirt here now with the stop loss. I was kind of maybe regretting that move. But again, it's just for risk management. I've seen these trades long enough to kind of know how they tend to work. We do get another really big push, about a tick off from my full take profit. Once I was almost done with this trade, I realized I was maybe a tick off from the CL chart. And at this point, I just decided just to leave it. So again, we're looking for that push out of this area, and really just need buyers just to step in one last time, give me a good strong push, and we will take full take profit, which we do on the CL trade. Nice.
Order canceled.
Well, another nice morning of trading. Morning strategies, again, gold, very nice winner. You guys just saw that one. Sorry, you just saw oil. Oil session 2 was a winner. Let's go to the charts. So if we take a look at our trade in gold this morning, we got activated. Let me blow this up here, make it easier for everybody to see. There we go. Let's take this off. We got activated on this inside bar at 8:35 in the morning. And again, just to kind of go over the strat, you've got an entry to go long at the top of your candle, and you've got an order to go short at the bottom of your candle. And we get another inside bar. So again, covered this the other day. Great setup that I like to see, because now you're really starting to even compress price action even more down. Typically you're going to get a movement one way or the other. So we get activated into the long, and this was a max source candle. So if we go down to the bottom of our source here, that's 60 ticks. So anything 40 ticks and above, I reduce it down to 35 ticks, which is also what we're looking for in our take profit. We get a really nice up candle here, takes us for full take profit. And then after that, you just get a really strong dump. You get another 2 inside bars and then a really strong dump after that. So max trade on gold, took it with 5 micros, so just reduced my risk a little bit just because of how high the source bar was. Again, missed out on about $175 of profit there, but that's kind of the story of my life, so no big deal. Oil, let's take a look at oil. Session 1 was a loser, very small trade, 11 ticks. I know some people like to, if it's under 15 ticks, they like to go to a 15 tick take profit stop loss. I don't necessarily do that. I don't do that, but I know that is a strategy. Believe that this still would have lost even at the 15 ticks. Yeah, so that would have still been a loser there. Again, not trading session one yet, but I'd like to show it so we can see the stats. Now, the trade that I was in that you guys just saw was in oil, oil session 2. We get an inside bar at 9:45 in the morning. If we go down to our our source bars right here, that trade, let's see, this is not at the top, this inside bar, I believe it was 16. Let me move it. Yeah, it was right here. So I don't know, 15. I thought it was 16 ticks, to be honest with you, but I guess either way. So if we go there on our stop, for some reason I want to say it was 16, but I could be off by a tick. I just can't see that wick here very well. So on this trade, we get activated to the long at 9:45 in the morning. This obviously goes for full take profit right at around, I think it was at the high of this bar right here at this level. I then go in and I reduced my stop loss. I reduced it down to 8, so it was 16 ticks, and took a really nice trade there in oil session 2. So if we take a look at our numbers for March, we are up 95 ticks in oil session 2, and we are up 59 ticks in gold. Let me just make sure gold was updated today. Yes, it was. So 59. So you're looking at fast math, 164 points, I believe. 164 ticks for the month. So morning strategy is off to a super hot start, which is great. Rob reversal, nothing has showed up yet. If we go take a look at the setups for this morning, 8:15, this is prior to our session time, so it's invalidated. It also closes above the ADMA, no trade. And then right here, we have no setup yet. So I'll leave this one running. Hopefully we can get a trade on there. I'll update you guys on that on tomorrow morning. Had kind of a bummer in my on the levels that I gave for the S&P were pretty much spot on this morning. I had an order here to go short on the S&P at 51.22-ish, maybe 51.22 and a half, right where that line was at. And we literally came a tick. I mean, it was on it. It was a tick off, and then this thing dumped all the way to where my full take profit would have been. We also then get a really nice bounce from here right back up to this level. So that was could have been a really nice trade this morning. I just take one stab at it, and that's it. So definitely don't like to move in after a key level of mine has been kind of already swept. So in the YM, I also did get in a trade here. Got out a little bit early. Actually, I got out very early for just a really small win. It was very insignificant. But I was pretty much playing this short here and hit my level, came straight down. But again, just not the best trading there, but whatever. And on the NASDAQ, we hit this level here at that 17,976. We got a really nice, it's in a really nice uptrend right now on the NQ. So we'll see kind of here how the end of the day plays out. Listen, if you're interested in trying to fund your trading, I do have an affiliation with TopStep. So if you're interested in it, the link is below. I full disclosure, I am an affiliate with them, a partner. So I do make a small amount of money on each sign up, but it's really the only revenue source that we have for the channel outside of YouTube. So positive day today. I mean, up $222. The eval should sit at 50,820 20 or 30 bucks. So that's great. Obviously could have been, we could have been in the 51,000s yesterday without that trade from yesterday, but I'm going to stop talking about that trade. It does sting a little bit, but I am over it, sort of. So we will see here what the rest of the day holds. I'll give you guys an update here tomorrow morning. But again, solid day of trading. Please make sure to hit that like button. Keeps my videos in front of you if that's something that you like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And leave me a comment below. Let me know how you guys did today. And if you're interested in any of the strategies that I trade each and every morning, they're all linked below. And I will see you guys here tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.